Ready? Start. On the contrary, as a result of these preferences, India stands to lose. That position, I think, has not been altered to the satisfaction of our country, and the Honorable Minister will perhaps clarify that position when he speaks. If these preferences work to the detriment of our economy, the time has come when we must give them up. We need not go in for such preferences, and I am sure that the policy which is required has got to be adopted in the interests of our entire economy, not merely in the interest of our foreign sector and not merely in the interest of any particular sector. Reference has been made to sterling balances. I don't know much of the sterling balances is left at the moment. It would not exceed 740 crores. It may be much less. A larger part of our sterling balances had been expended with a view to meeting the deficits in the balance of payments. It was thought at the end of the war that these balances, which had accumulated there, would be utilized for financing certain developments in our country, for developing the economy in our country, in particular for importing machinery that we direly required. After the termination of the war, the reverse process took place. I would only mention what Sir Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister at that moment, has written in his war memoirs. He is very bitter about India's claims on sterling balances. He says that he does not like at all that India should make demands on the sterling balances. He thought that he had saved India and therefore India had no right to claim the sterling balances. This is how he has written, although he does not use the same blunt words, but he makes it very clear. Here is the British Prime Minister who would not like a penny out of the sterling balances to be paid to India, but circumstances have compelled him to do so many things. Similarly, he has been forced to accept a position where sterling balances had to be paid under certain agreements in installments, and we all know that. But you see that large chunks of the sterling balances had been spent for meeting the deficit in the balance of trade. A much bigger amount has been spent for meeting the deficit in the balance of payments, including such items as pensions. You know, we have a tapering annuity out of which pensions are paid, and that money is paid from the sterling balances. Therefore, it is a scandalous thing that these balances had been spent not for the development of the economy of our country, but for meeting certain liabilities which we might have just as well avoided, and liabilities which we should not even recognize, for instance, the liabilities with regard to pensions and all that it is no use trying to explain the position in great details regarding the sterling balances in our country.